Hello there, we're Paul and Carole Loves to Travel, and today we're here to talk to you about the specialty restaurants on the Marella Discovery.
Exactly. We went to two, we treated ourselves, didn't we, to Surf and Turf and Kora. So let's start with Surf and Turf. So booking, we'll put a link to an app just above here now, because you can't book before you get on board.
Oh, it never gets tired, doesn't it, when you point
Well,
up
it does a
like
little
that?
bit. So you can't book before you get on board, and they do get booked up quickly. So you can, as soon as you get on board, download their app, which is ever so easy to do. And it's how we booked our table, wasn't it?
It is.
And also you can go straight to reception or to the specialty restaurants when they're open to book. So Surf and Turf is found on deck 11 in just by bar 11.
Yeah, both specialty restaurants that we're going to cover today are situated where bar 11 is, which is your nightclub. Surf and Turf's the one side of it, Carole the other side of it.
Bar 11 is a great place for
pre-dinner drinks.
Pre-dinner drinks, which we'll also put a link to our, we talk about all-inclusive with Marella, so we'll put a link up there as well so you can find out all about that too. But anyway, back to Surf and Turf. We were really excited about trying it because we'd heard some brilliant things, hadn't we? And we do love a bit of meat. So we got there, and one tip we'll give you now is we booked a table for two, and we didn't really think about where that table would be, and there's options of tables right on their own right by the windows if you don't want to speak to anyone. Well, hopefully you'll speak to each other. Or there's tables that are a little bit closer. So think about that, because we were actually with the tables that are a bit closer, and it's difficult not to talk to the people next to you, because without being rude, really, isn't it? But we ended up talking to a couple that were actually lovely, weren't they?
Yeah, it is when they keep talking to you, it's difficult. But no, going back to the tip, what I would do
Pop up there
when you say I'm going to go next Wednesday. So before next Wednesday, go in there,
pick a table,
look at the tables, and then speak to a member of staff and say, look, I booked in for next Wednesday. Can I have that table over there?
Because if you want a really romantic meal, isn't it? Then otherwise you do end up having to talk to people, which sounds like we're really unsociable. We're not, but sometimes you want to and sometimes you don't. So do think of that. What? Unsociable. I just like spending time with you. Anyway, back to Surf and Turf. So that's the table tip. We've always been inquisitive, I don't know if that's the right word, about the Tomahawk Steak. Every time we've read the menu, we thought, should we treat ourselves or not? Then
you're fast forwarding.
I am fast forwarding.
We haven't even discussed. So just rewind. So anyway, so we sat down at our table, which was close to two other tables, as you might have gathered, and they come across and they give you a menu, as in all restaurants, and then you make your choices. And our choices were, to start, so if we go through the starters first, I had divers scallops. And they were in a champagne foam.
Oh, you've got good memory.
And some butter. And they were absolutely delicious. And obviously we're going to put some photos in for you to salivate over. Couldn't fault them at all. Superb in every way. And Carole chose...
I had a prawn cocktail with a big...
Classy bird, prawn cocktail.
That's a crayfish, by the way.
Yeah. You had a prawn cocktail in a spiked Bloody Mary sauce, decorated with a crayfish.
It was a crayfish.
Which, to be fair, you can eat part. It's like a little tiny weeny lobster, but in all fairness,
I'm sure people know what that is.
It's more for decoration purposes, because it's
good prawns, and it was. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So so that was the. But we've missed actually a little bit, because what they do, which I loved, and you actually don't. I love salt. I'm a big salt monkey, and you don't. And before that, they brought us some beautiful fresh bread and a butter, and they give you like 3 different bowls of salt, like I can't remember 3 types of it, but just Himalayan was one. There was some with like a spiced, wasn't there?
Yeah. All different flavours.
All different flavour salts. And then you actually mix it yourself in the butter, and oh my God, it was probably that. I know you didn't like it, but I thought it was one very classy, and just something we'd never experienced before. Classy eating salt. But I just thought it was something very, very different, and I really like that. So so it's easy to stuff up on bread to start, wasn't it, for me? One thing, don't eat in the day if you're going to come to the surf and turf, because we love our food and we'd had lunch, but we didn't have afternoon tea or anything, but we still felt, actually, we should not have, we should just have breakfast, save yourself, because the food is amazing, isn't it? So back to the main courses, and we chose the Tomahawk Steak, which we thought, we got to try it.
It's a 32 ounce. The reason it's called a Tomahawk Steak, which you'll see from the photos, it's a 32 ounce steak to share.
Yes.
And it's got a bone running through it, and it looks like a tomahawk. So you don't need a picture now. I've described it perfectly. And what they do, once you've chosen your steak, they ask you how you want it cooked. And
we chose, which is always how we have our steak, is medium rare. But actually, when we bought it, he bought it out, and we saw how thick it was. We thought, oh gosh, have we made a mistake here? Is it going to be too raw? Because I don't mind pink, but I don't like bloody. No,
because what they do is once it's cooked, they bring it out to show you in its full state, and you go, oh my god,
how are we going to eat that?
What's Carole going to eat? Because there's mine.
Yes.
And then they take it away again, and they carve it for you. So there's no bone, it's all sliced up beautifully, easy for you to eat, looking very lovely on the plate, which again, see the photos up there, down there, where
just there.
And that's me. That's me just there.
So, and actually, it was cooked to perfection, wasn't it? It was superb.
It comes with 3 onion rings, strangely, not 2 or 4, 3, and you get a choice of 3 sides. Now, obviously, because I'm a man, I chose chips, and there was this thing which I'd never seen before, which was called lobster mac and cheese, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's macaroni cheese with pieces of lobster in. Oh my god, absolutely superb. Carole went for the tasty treat that is asparagus.
I like asparagus. He doesn't. But anyway, and a healthy option.
She liked it so much. She liked it so much. She ate 1 piece and left the rest.
I was stuffed.
What a waste of time.
Well, anyway, back to the lobster mac and cheese. As Paul says, we've never had that, and that was just oh my god, amazing. But yeah, so the steak was perfect, the mac and cheese, and just the service, wasn't it, Paul? The service was just amazing.
It was. They couldn't do enough for you.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Not. When they say constantly checking on you, sometimes, you go to restaurants, you think, why don't they just leave me alone?
Yeah.
But it was just the right amount of making sure that you didn't need anything. And it was ideal.
Yeah, perfect. And then it was pudding time, and you were stuffed to the gunnels, weren't you?
People are going to be shocked and horrified
at this
statement. I didn't have
But I had a little bit of space. So I had the cheesecake.
Do you know why she had a little bit of space? Because she didn't eat her asparagus.
No, so I managed, not all of it, didn't I? But I managed a little bit. Did I eat all of it?
You probably did.
No, I didn't.
You didn't offer me any, I noticed that.
Well, you weren't. You were just sat there like that.
In our romantic meal, do you want some cheesecake, mate? No, there was none of that. No, my cheesecake.
No, so anyway, and the pudding, and it was lovely. So that is surf and turf. Would we do it again? Definitely. Pick our table, and it costs $28.95 per person. But do look for deals, because we actually went on a port day. We were in Aquaba, weren't we, that day? And when our bill came out, it actually was $21.95. So you do get a reduction if you're in port days, because obviously people are off doing things.
Well, this is what we've been told by other passengers, but we haven't had this confirmed by anybody. And maybe when this video comes out, Marella's going to send us a bill for the 14 quid they reduced the bill by.
Yes.
I don't know, but
Yes, so keep that quiet. No, but anyway, so just do keep a lookout for deals. On other ships we've been on, and we've thought about doing specialty dining. Sometimes they'll do, all the if you book all of them at the same time, you get a deal. But on our cruise,
a package.
Yes, is the word that's it. That's called a package. But we didn't have that option on our cruise this time. Not sure why. But anyway, so that's a surf and turf. Thoroughly recommend.
Yes.
Next one was the Carole. Now, the Carole is like a Pan-Asian type restaurant that is, again, as we explained at the beginning of the video, by Bar 11. And again, it was just,
We were going back to the tables, because we didn't learn our lesson at all, because we still didn't say what table we wanted. But when we went in, it wasn't actually that busy to start with, so we had the choice of tables. So they would have sat us next to the people that was already in there, but we actually said, well, actually, can we go...
To be honest, in Coral, there's more 2 tables
there's
on
more
their
space,
own
yeah.
that are right near the window, so you overlook the pool deck, which is beautiful at night, isn't it? Really, really pretty. So, so Coral, we love Asian food. We've gone to Thailand a lot of times, as you probably, if you've been following us for a while, know. And we were wondering whether it would live up to our expectations, because we do love that type of food. And we were not disappointed, were we?
No, it was fantastic.
It was, again, the service was...
Service was excellent. Yes. The choice, let's tell them, it was fantastic choice. Let's go through what we had. So, again, they like to fill you up with bread. Don't be tricked with the bread.
No.
We were tricked with the bread again. I can't believe we didn't learn our lesson. But this time...
that was so good.
Oh, it was fantastic. This time, what they do is they bring you out. It's like a little basket with a napkin all wrapped up. And when you open it up, there's fresh, warm naan breads.
Yeah.
There's...
Roti bread.
There's...
Prawn crackers
and poppadoms.
Yes.
And then they bring you out a tray with 3
little
different dips. And all of it was absolutely superb.
It was.
And hence, that's why, can we have some more of that, please? Because we're stupid and filling up on bread. But, we love bread.
But on to the starters.
Well, no, before we chose... Before you get your starter, you get a pre-starter. Which was... It was like a prawn in batter.
Yes.
With like a little bit of sauce. Only a little tiny thing, about 2 or 3 of them. But just enough to get the taste buds going. And then on to...
the starters that
were... The starters proper.
Proper?
Yeah, proper.
So the starters were... I chose prawn satay. And I must say, they are probably the best prawns I've ever had. Look at the picture here. You'll see that they were just succulent, tasty. Oh...
I don't know what they tasted like, because
there was
no sharing.
I gave you a little bit. Paulie had pork belly.
I had it was crispy belly pork.
Yes.
It was served on like a banana leaf.
Yeah.
But it had a real tangy, sweet barbecue sauce, and it's cooked. I mean, obviously, it's
fatty in it.
It is quite fatty, but what they've done, they cooked it absolutely beautifully, so it was crispy, but still tender and soft at the same time, and it was absolutely amazing.
I had a little bit. It was lovely, wasn't it? Best belly pork we've ever had. It was. So we were pretty stuffed already by then.
So we asked for some more bread.
No, we did not. So we so we went on to the mains, where I had I gotta remind myself.
You had beef Penang.
I did. And you had lamb madras.
And I had lamb madras.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, we do go to Thailand a fair bit, and we do like spicy food. And when they asked us how we wanted our curries, we both said, can we have them spicy, please?
Yeah.
And they looked at us and surprised and said, what, spicy? And we're like, yes, please. Spicy.
So we asked for spicy, and we got spicy.
Yes, we did.
And it was superb, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What to say? Fabulous meal.
And just for good measure, you did get a bit of naan bread with your curries as well.
Yeah, you did. So by this time, we were absolutely stuffed to the gunnels, weren't we? But flavours, the service again was top notch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were real good fun in there, weren't they? It was a little more light-hearted. Not that saying that Surf and Turf was serious at all. We had a fabulous service in there, but shame we didn't get the guy's name, because he was really funny, wasn't he?
But all the meats in the curry absolutely cooked to perfection.
Real tender.
The lamb was just slow cooked and just so tender.
It was.
A swirl of cream on the top for taste and decoration. But no, you just absolutely couldn't fault it. And then shock horror, Paul's too full again for a dessert.
I didn't have a dessert. No. Yeah. We were too stuffed.
So
there we are. So Coral, that was actually £21.95, wasn't it?
Do you know, I'd love to tell
No,
you.
it wasn't. It was £22.95.
£22.95, yeah.
Sorry, yeah, £22.95. So cheaper than Surf and Turf, but so worth that money, wasn't it?
Brilliant.
We would definitely do Coral again. They do have a sushi bar as well, which we're not sufis.
We don't really understand sushi.
No, and we maybe need to learn because.
But we need to learn when we haven't got to pay extra for it. But we do
get
it
true.
Really,
but there is, so just so you know, there is a sushi bar on the Discovery as well, which we didn't try. But that's our little review there, really, of the Surf and Turf and Coral. We thoroughly recommend both. Get in early because they do get busy, and just make sure you pick your right table. So there we are.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, thanks so much, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye-bye.